Welcome back to Salt Lake Community College in Taylorsville, Utah. This is the Utah Girls 5A State Championship game. The Fremont Silverwolves, defending champs, coming in with a record of 25, co-champs in Region 1, getting ready to hook up with the Brighton Bengals. Brighton coming in with a record of 18-4, first place in Region 3. Brighton got here by defeating Riverton yesterday in the semis, and the Silverwolves got here by beating American Fork by 1. American Fork had a last-second shot that did not go in yesterday, and that's why Fremont is here, able to try to defend their title. Rod Zundel, KSL Channel 5, along with Ryan Pickens from Utah Valley University Wolverines. We are underway. Fremont in the white jersey, trimmed in blue. Brighton in the dark jerseys, trimmed in red. And we are underway here at the 5A championship game. Brighton and Fremont. Fremont with the basketball. Right off the bat, the three ball is good by Harley Hansen, the 5'10 junior. On the board first for the Fremont Silverwolves. Starters for Brighton: Danny Barton, a sophomore; Lindsey Johnson, the senior; Alyssa Hershey, the senior; McCall Christensen, a senior; and Sammy Smith, also a senior. That's Lindsey Johnson up and in. Starters for Fremont: Shelby Mullen, she's going to BYU; Harley Hansen, a junior; Riley Thompson, a senior; Melanie Graves, the junior point guard; and Mariah Tipping, the 6-foot senior. Those are your starting fives for both teams. That's Hansen, who just hit the three, and Melanie Graves has it. Back to Hansen, back to Graves, over to Shelby Mullen. Mullen a long three, that's short. She gets her own rebound, though. Off the glass, good. Shelby Mullen on the board with two. Actually, Harley Hansen, they didn't give her a three on that shot. It was only a two, so it's a 4-2 ball game. Barton inside to Alyssa Hershey. Nice give and go there for two, and we're tied at 4. 6.5 to play here in the first quarter. Mullen, another three. That rims out. Hershey with the rebound. And Ryan, yesterday, Hershey played big in that second half, getting a lot of rebounds. Anything that came off that rim, she was there.
Yeah, that's going to be needed again. Fremont has some size inside, as we see one of their bigs just picking up a foul there.
First foul of the ball game. It will be on Brighton's.
They got, looks like Riley Thompson with the foul, her first, and the first team foul.
Riley, a 6-foot senior for Fremont, averaging 9 points and 1 rebound a game. Turnover, Brighton. Hansen try to get underneath the Graves, but there's Hershey with the steal. Hershey, too hard. Graves with a rebound. Brighton in that 2-3 zone. Hansen turns, in and out. McCall Christensen with the rebound. We're tied at 4. A couple of minutes gone by here in the 5A championship game. Fremont, defending champs, and the Brighton Bengals. Inside to Danny Barton. And last touch by Shelby Mullen of Fremont. First substitution of the ball game. Riley Torman, the 6-foot sophomore. She came in, hit some big free throws, and played very well in rebounding yesterday in the win over American Fork. Very crucial what she did yesterday in the second half. Stolen away, and it will be another turnover off of Brighton. Sammy Smith couldn't hang on, so the Fremont Silverwolves will keep the possession on their end. And stolen away again by Brighton. In that 4A championship game that ended in the last 45 minutes, 29 turnovers in the first half between the two teams, Ryan, and we're off to that start again. Sammy Smith's shot is too hard. Christensen with a rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Riley Torman. That's the first on the sophomore. So Christensen will go to the line shooting a pair.
Important to get off to a good start for both teams. I mean, in the first game, we talked about the importance of that first quarter. Both teams get off to a good start. Really is going to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Brighton with a 5-4 lead. Riley Thompson will check out, and checking in is Mariah Tipping. Christensen makes both free throws. Brighton up 2, 6-4. Hershey throws it right to Hansen. Fremont on the run. Hansen off the glass. No, Hershey with another rebound. Lindsey Johnson setting up the offense for the Bengals. Off to Sammy Smith. Three-man weave to Danny Barton. She finds a little room. Gets a rebound back and puts it up and in. Danny Barton on the board now. And the Bengals have an 8-4 lead.
Second chance points. Danny Barton there takes advantage of the second chance and puts it in.
Try to get it inside to Torman, and we have a jump ball. Possession arrow to Brighton. And then the official tried to throw the basketball to the other official, and it knocked one of the Brighton players in the head, Brooke Ingles, who just checked in. Johnson's open for three. Got that one, Lindsey Johnson. She now has 5, and it's a quick 11-4 lead for the Brighton Bengals. Shelby Mullen for 3. She has 5. Barton, a collision, no call. She gets the loose ball, and now nowhere to go. She's called for traveling or stepped out of bounds.
I think she stepped out of bounds on the inline there.
Four-point lead for the Bengals. Fremont with the basketball. Mullen in and out. Hershey with the rebound. Brooke Ingles tried to flip it up and draw the foul, and she did. Fouls on Melanie Graves. That's her first. 4th team foul already for the Silverwolves. Ingles going to the line, shooting 2. Makes the first one.
an interesting matchup to keep your eye on is going to be Shelby Mullen against Lindsey Johnson. They're both guarding each other on both sides, and they're both right now giving their team that early lift. So it's going to be an interesting matchup to keep an eye on tonight.
Substitution, Jade Summerhays, the 5'10 junior, comes in for Brighton. Danny Barton will head to the bench. One of two for Ingles. 12-7, 5-point lead for Brighton. Shot no good. Tipping with the rebound and back up and in. Mariah Tipping her first two. Johnson going to the bucket, off to Christensen. She puts it up and in. McCall Christensen has 4 here in the first quarter. Mullen almost lost that out of bounds. Inside and good. Riley Thompson, her first two. It's a 3-point ball game. Johnson underneath to Christensen. Pump fake and up and in. McCall Christensen, she has 6. Three ball. Shelby Mullen. She now has 8. It's a 2-point lead. Ten seconds left in the first quarter. Mullen's got it. Another long three. That's off the mark and out of bounds with 1.4 seconds remaining.
The pace of this one a lot different than the 4A championship game. A lot more up-tempo, a lot more fast-paced going back and forth.
That 4A championship game was 13-4 after 1. But here in the 5A title game, Brighton 16, the defending champ Fremont Silverwolves 14, here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Fans, a big thank you to the Deseret News for being the title sponsor for the Academic All-State Awards, which will be presented at halftime. RPT provides sports medicine and physical therapy care from Little League to professional athletes, including 8 local high schools. RPT, the official sports medicine sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association.
Starting the second quarter here, the 5A championship game of the Utah High School Girls Tournament. Brighton leading 16-14 over the defending champs Fremont Silverwolves. McCall Christensen leading Brighton with 6, and Shelby Mullen leading the Silverwolves with 8. Melanie Graves with the basketball, tried to get it inside off the back of one of her teammates, and Sammy Smith comes away with it. Danny Barton checked back into the game to start the second quarter. She has the basketball. Sammy Smith picked up by Higley. Shaylee Higley just checked into the game. Hershey going to the hoop, and that's off the mark. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Brighton. Another substitution for the Bengals. Lindsey Johnson coming back in, and Brooke Ingles will head to the bench. Shaylee Higbee, Tipping, in. Mariah Tipping, she has 4. We're tied at 16. The 3-ball, Sammy Smith, no. And Tipping comes down with a rebound. That shot is short. Higley. Or rather, that was Harley Hansen. We're tied at 16. Nearly 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. 5A championship game. Bengals with a basketball. That's Danny Barton. And she throws it beyond McCall Christensen, out of bounds. Unforced turnover by the Bengals. Harley Hansen for three. Hit one earlier from that spot. Not this time, though. And Sammy Smith, quick hustle to steal the rebound. Johnson getting bumped by Hansen. They were calling that in the second half of the 4A championship game, but not here so far. Inside to Barton. Turns up. Off the glass. No. Rebound. Fremont. Casey Anderson just checked into the ball game. Graves for three. That's off the mark. And Barton wrestles down the rebound. Only 2 points scored here in the first 3 minutes of the second quarter, and that by the Bengals. Or excuse me, the Fremont Silverwolves tipping. Johnson stop. Sammy Smith had the three, didn't take it, now goes inside, tries to get it into Hershey, and it's kicked out of bounds. Shelby Mullen checks back in, and Graves will take a seat.
Would the academic Hall of State recipients please go to the west hallway?
Lob inside to Hershey, and it would have counted, but Hershey will go to the line shooting a pair. She has 2 points so far here in the first half. Foul is on Harley Hansen. That's her first, and that's the fourth team foul on Fremont here in the first half. Hershey now has 3 points, and it is a 1 point ball game for the Bengals.
Not a lot of whistles for the most part on fouls. Refs are letting them play for the most part.
Hershey makes it a daily double with both free throws. She now has 4 points. Ball kicked by Johnson. Mullen, another three, short. Johnson with the rebound. Sammy Smith, three ball. Got it. Sammy Smith. First bucket for her. And it's a 21-16 ball game for the Brighton Bengals. Hansen stolen away. Johnson comes away with it. That shot is wild and off the mark. Last touch by the Fremont Silverwolves. So a turnover on Fremont. Danny Barton. And a foul will be called on tipping. For tipping, that's her first. Barton will go to the line, shooting a pair. 15 foul on Fremont. No team fouls on Brighton. Graves and Thompson check back in. Higley and Tipping check out for Silverwolves. Christensen comes out for Brighton. Jade Summerhays checks back in for the Bengals. Graves is bumped and fouled by Sammy Smith. First foul on Smith. First team foul on Brighton. And before the inbounds pass, Melanie Graves drew a foul. I believe it's going to be on Hershey. Yes, it is. That's number 1 on Alyssa. Second team foul on the Bengals. They'll try it again. Mullen in the corner. And a foul will be called, and Mullen hits the bucket. Sammy Smith fell down and picked up the foul in the process. 10 points for Mullen, has a chance to make it a 3-point play in 11.
Not an easy shot there from Mullen, so a good concentration to be able to get the shot and draw the foul at the same time.
Miss of the free throw, but it's rebounded by Anderson. A shot by Mullen, that's no good. Barton with the rebound. First half's gone by quickly. 2.5 left. Inside to Barton. She'll try it again. And she'll draw another foul. So Danny Barton receives a lot of attention inside and picked up a couple fouls on the Fremont Silverwolves. That one is on Shelby Mullen. That's her first. Barton going the line shooting 2 more. She was there earlier and went 0 for 2.
Barton averages about 19 a game, so she's going to get a lot of touches today for Brighton.
That's her third point. Ups the lead to 4, 22-18. But the rebound comes down to Hershey. She's been a rebounding machine here in the first half. Ingles for 3, no. And coming away with the rebound, Harley Hansen. She'll stop, pop, and drop. Harley. Harley has 4. That cuts the lead to 2. And we got a timeout, Brighton. 2:04 left. Bengals on top of Fremont, 22-20 here on KSL and DeseretNews.com. Just a reminder that coming up this afternoon, 6 o'clock over on KSL Channel 5, we'll have our Game Night Live, half-hour high school show. We'll recap the championship games from today and also the 1A girls in Richfield, and also check out the boys' schedule. First round of the 3A boys yesterday. and also in the 4A and 5A, a couple of region championships and seedings decided this week. We'll run that down for you coming up at 6 o'clock over on KSL Channel 5. 3 ball is missed. That was Jade Summerhays. And now Melanie Graves trying to tie it up right there, and she does. Melanie Graves, first 2 of the afternoon. Three ball by Brooke Ingles, way off the mark. Christensen comes in for Summerhays for the Bengals. We're tied at 22, $1:23 left here in the first half. Ball is kicked by Johnson. Side out for Silver Wolves.
Second or third time she's got stuck her leg out. It's that they've tried to pass through that zone and she's gotten contact.
Mullen for 3 from the corner. Got it, Shelby Mullen. That's her third 3. She has 13. Fremont back on top by 3. Hershey's called for traveling. So 48.3 seconds left. Fremont with the 3-point lead and the basketball. Melanie Graves has it. Mullen on the right wing, back to Graves. She'll float it up and it bounces off. And last touch by Fremont. Casey Anderson. Off her knee. So now Brighton has the last shot here of the half if they wish to run the clock all the way down. We have 30 seconds remaining. That looks like what they'll do. Lindsey Johnson guarded by Mullen. The screen by Ingles. Now she backs it back out again. $15 seconds remaining. Now they got to move. Hershey's got it. Looking for Johnson. 7 seconds left. Lindsey Johnson. Picked up by Graves. Puts up a shot. Good. Lindsey Johnson. And that is the end of the first half. And that cuts the Fremont lead to 25-24. So Ryan, much different game than the 4A championship. Up and down the floor, and both teams are making shots.
Both teams are making shots, and both are getting their key players to step up. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to come down to Shelby Mullen versus Lindsey Johnson in the second half and the pieces around it. You can focus on the key matchup, but who's going to be that player outside of those two that steps up? We know that Mullen and Johnson are carrying the heavy load. That's going to be a key matchup in the second half as well with those players around them. Which team's going to step up? Which team's going to want it more? We're going to have 16 minutes to decide that.
All right, we're at halftime, 5A championship game. Fremont leading Brighton 25-24. We'll be back in 14 minutes. You see the clock there for the second half of 5A title here on KSL and DeseretNews.com. We are ready to start the second half of the girls 5A state championship game. Fremont leading Brighton 25-24. Rod Zundel, KSL Channel 5. Ryan Pickens, Utah Valley University, the Wolverine. Here at Salt Lake Community College, and right off the bat, Fremont with the steal. That's Harley Hansen. Shelby Mullen led all scorers with 13 in that first half. She had 3 threes. And leading the way for Brighton, McCall Christensen with 6. Melanie Graves with the inside jumper. And that ups the lead to 3. Graves has 4. 27-24 to start the third quarter. Sammy Smith has her pass picked off by Riley Thompson. Second straight turnover, open up the second half for Brighton. Graves tried to get it inside to Thompson, but a little too low, goes out of bounds, so a turnover on the Silver Wolves. What stood out in the first half for you, Ryan?
I think just the scoreboard indicates just how close this game is. Looking at the halftime stats, everything pretty even. The thing that stuck out most, Brighton got to the free throw line 10 times in that first quarter, or in that first half, compared to Fremont only got to the free throw line once. And so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Free throws definitely could come down to being a key in this one.
But Brighton only made 6 of those 10 free throws. Lindsey Johnson off balance jumper, and she's going to be fouled by Shelby Mullen. That's number 2 on Shelby. So going to the line will be Lindsey Johnson. She had a 3 to start the game in the first quarter. She has 5 total. Now she got 2 free throws coming up here. 7 of 11 from the charity stripe for the Bengals. Johnson was 6 to tie scoring honors with Christensen for the Bengals. Bounces in for 7th point. And that cuts the Fremont lead to 1, 27-26. Inside to Thompson, turns too hard, fight for the rebound, and comes away to Lindsey Johnson. Lindsey dribbles out of traffic. Now hands back to Sammy Smith. Brighton can take the lead here. Johnson, fader again over the rim, and Graves comes down with a rebound. Harley Hansen fouled by Johnson. It's number 1 on Lindsay. And that's the first team foul here in the second half for the Bengals. Mullen, no. Rebound, Barton. Barton relatively quiet in that first half. 3 points. 1 of 4 from the foul line, averaging 19 on the season. McCall Christensen with a great first quarter. She had 6 in that first quarter. None since. Barton inside to Hershey. She puts it up and in. Alyssa Hershey with her 6th point. And Brighton regains the lead, 28-27. Tipping inside to Thompson. No. Hershey with a rebound. Hershey had 4 rebounds in that first half. Seemed like she had more. She was all around the ball every time it came off the rim. Barton working on Mullen. And another foul on Shelby Mullen, I do believe, unless they give it to Thompson. Let's see. No, that is on Shelby, and that's number 3 on Mullen. So Coach Delabout for Fremont now has a decision to make. You don't want Shelby to pick up her 4th here midway through the 3rd.
Shelby Mullen's been Fremont's big source of offense tonight, so a big decision, and it looks like Mullen will go to the bench.
Mullen and Thompson go to the bench. Higley and Anderson check in. Barton makes that free throw. She now has 4 points. Got another one coming. She makes both that time. She's 3 of 6 from the foul line today. So let's see how Fremont holds while Shelby Mullen is on the bench, and how long Coach Delabout keeps Shelby on the bench. Harley Hansen, the Archie bunker shot, no. Christensen with a rebound, quickly down to Hershey. Fremont gets back on defense, and tipping knocks it out of bounds.
The decision might come how long to keep Mullen on the bench based off how the team plays. That could affect it as well. If Brighton gets on a run, we could see Mullen back a little bit earlier than expected.
Christensen sets the screen for Johnson. Tried to pick and roll, nothing there. Now it's Hershey. She's fouled. No, they don't call a foul. I thought they were going to call a foul. Fight for the rebound, and now they call a foul as McCall Christensen will go to the line. Boy, I tell you, there's a lot of bumping going on there.
Physicality, they're letting them play inside, which is good in a sense, but you know, as the game goes on, that could start to get kind of chippy like we saw at times in the 4A game. And so definitely something to keep an eye on as we go throughout this night is how that inside game goes.
Casey Anderson's first foul. That's the 13th foul on Fremont. McCall Christensen to the line. She makes the first. She has 7 points. First point since the first quarter for McCall. Now Riley Thompson gets set to check back in for Fremont. Christensen makes both. She has 8. And it's a 32-27 ball game. Brighton regains the lead here in the third quarter. They were down 1 at the half. Graves working on Smith. Much more aggressive defense for the Bengals to start this third quarter, especially out on the perimeter. Blocked away by Johnson, and Hansen chases it down. 3:15 remaining, third quarter. Brighton on defense with a 5-point lead. Timeout, Fremont. 3:01 left. Silverwolves, defending champs, down 5 to Brighton here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Fans, a reminder that at the conclusion of the game, we ask that you please remain in the stands for the trophy presentation. Thank you. Good sportsmanship is learned, practiced, and executed. Respect for the opponent, spectators, coaches, and officials is a must at all levels of athletics and activity programs. The Utah High School Activities Association urges you to raise the bar by displaying good sportsmanship at all high school activities.
.301 left, third quarter, 5A Girls State Championship game here in Taylorsville, Utah. Brighton with a 32-27 lead over the defending champ Fremont Silverwolves. Fremont with the basketball. Shelby Mullen, she's back in, so got to watch that. She has 3 fouls. So she only sat on the bench for about a minute. And here comes Shelby. She'll put up the 16-footer. Got it. Shelby Mullen now has 15.
The interesting thing about Fremont throughout this tournament is Shelby Mullen has had good games, but hasn't necessarily been the big force offensively. They've had 3 or 4 other girls step up. Tonight or this afternoon, that hasn't happened.
Danny Barton. And count it, Danny Barton. She's starting to get more active now. She has 7 with a chance to make it 8 and to increase the lead to 6. And she makes the free throw. She has 8, and the lead is 6 for Brighton. Off the hands of Melanie Graves. So now Brighton can get a little more breathing room here now with 2:15 left in the third. Hershey, pick and roll. And it's in by McCall Christensen. She has 10. Three ball, Mullen, no. Johnson with the rebound. Barton. Back to Danny. Double teamed. Tries to put it up, off the mark, rebound tipping. Harley Hansen, foot on the line, no. Rebound Christensen. One minute left here in the third. Brighton trying to take control of this 5A championship game over the defending champ Fremont. They're up 8, largest lead of the game. Lindsey Johnson stops, pops, drops. Lindsey Johnson has 9. Largest lead of the game for either team is 10. That's a 15-4 run here in the third. Thompson, no. Ten seconds left for Brighton. Looking for the final shot. Lindsey Johnson's got it. She beat the buzzer to end the half. Can she do it here? Up, no. And that is the end of the third quarter. And Ryan, that third quarter belonged to Brighton, outscoring Fremont 15-4. And now the Bengals have a 10-point lead heading into the final quarter of this championship game.
Fremont needs something. They need it quick. You don't want to dig yourself in too deep of a hole heading into the early start of the fourth quarter.
39-29, Brighton leading Fremont as we head to the fourth of the 5A championship here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
No matter what your favorite activity is, reach for a replenishing ice cold glass of chocolate milk. Its great flavor is packed with 9 essential nutrients to keep you going strong all day long. Chocolate milk from the dairy farmers of Utah. At Les Schwab Tires, they know that time has a way of changing things. But one thing time hasn't changed is the way they feel about service. The next time you need tires, keep Les Schwab in mind. Les Schwab Tire Centers, home of the best tire value promise.
So here we go. Brighton has the defending champ Fremont on the ropes, leading the Silverwolves by 10 as we head into the fourth quarter of this 5A championship game. Rod Zundel and Ryan Pickens here. Don't expect Fremont just to lay down now. They've got some firepower and they're going to have to use it. Right there is the main one, Shelby Mullen. Trying to get it inside to Riley Thompson, but nice defense by Christensen of the Bengals. So Graves has to reset things on offense, trying to get the screen for Mullen. Mullen is running around. Hershey's chasing her. Now Mullen goes in. The one-hander good. Shelby Mullen. That's what you want from your star. Getting hounded on defense, but still finds a way.
I expect Mullen to touch the ball a lot for Fremont in these next 7-18.
Absolutely. It's an 8-point game, 39-31, and if you're Brighton, you've got to keep doing what you're doing, going inside like that, as Hershey misses the point-blank range shot. Quickly down to Harley Hansen. Hansen, the fader. That's no good. And rebound falls right in the hands of Barton. Barton with a big third quarter. She had 5 in that third. Barton back out to Hershey. Thought about the 3, but decided not to. Lindsey Johnson flips it up. Good, Lindsey Johnson. She now has 11 points to lead the Bengals. Back to a 10-point lead for Brighton. Graves, blocking foul on Christensen. That looked like a pretty good call, though. I don't think Christensen was square, and Graves ran into her.
Yeah, it just looked like Christensen was close to getting set, but it looks like she just didn't quite have that established when Graves came through.
First free throw again. That's a first on Christensen. Melanie Graves, first trip to the free throw line. She makes it. She has 5. Got another one coming. And make it 6. And that cuts the lead again to 8. 41-33. 6:15 remaining. 5A title game. Barton stops, pops and drops with the lefty. Barton has 10. Back up to a 10-point lead. Ball stolen away again. Silverwolves come away with it. That's Shelby Mullen. She might just take a 3 right there. She does. And misses. Rebound Thompson got a free ride to the bucket and puts it in. Riley Thompson. That's 4 for Riley. Timeout, Brighton. 5:17 left. Bengals on top by 8 over Fremont here on KSL and DeseretNews.com. .5:17 left in this 5A championship game here in Taylorsville, Utah. The defending champ Fremont Silverwolves trailing Brighton 43-35. Rod Zundel along with Ryan Pickens. And we'll see how this final 5 minutes or so plays out. See if the Silverwolves can come back to defend their title. McCall Christensen had a shot, didn't take it on the baseline. Danny Barton, and she stepped out of bounds along the baseline. She had that 10-foot jump shot, but she didn't take it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to, take that 10-footer. Sometimes you get caught up in, I think we can get a better shot. And sometimes it comes back to bite you.
Shelby Mullen out of the game now with 3 fouls, and that kind of surprises me that she's out of the game in the final 5 minutes. I'm sure she'll take a quick break and come back in, but
I'm looking at who's going to step up.
Now she comes back in. Yeah, now she comes back in. Guess she just needed a quick breather. Harley Hansen, will she step up? Nice defense by the Brighton Bengals. Tell you what, this possession has taken about 30 seconds so far. Inside tipping, can't get it to fall. And a foul on the rebound. I believe it was before the shot, though. So out of bounds underneath, I would assume.
Looks like they're going to say it was on the shot.
Danny Barton picks up her first. Wow, they're going to give her a shot. That was on the rebound. That's very generous. Now they got to take advantage here. And Riley Thompson does. She has 5. She got another free throw coming. Mullen comes in now. And Shaylee Higley will take a seat. Now the official going over to the scores table. Now he's coming back, figured it out. Now Riley will have the free throw coming. Makes both of them. Riley Thompson has 7. The lead is down to 6, and we got a timeout. 4:10 left, 43-37. Brighton over Fremont here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Refuel with chocolate Schwab Tires, they know that buying tires today means more than just price. It includes service, selection, quality, and value. That's why dollar for dollar, tire for tire, Les Schwab is the tire store you can trust. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Brighton has a 43-37 lead over the defending champ Fremont Silverwolves. 4:10 left here in the 5A championship game in regulation. Brighton with the basketball, and Fremont will apply full court pressure. Down 6, Danny Barton comes across the half court stripe, and Brighton is able to break that press, no problem. McCall Christensen out to Alyssa Hershey. Let's see if the Bengals now just try to use a lot of clock. Ball knocked away by Hansen, and Hansen has it go off of her, and McCall Christensen got away with a push in the back. The official didn't see it.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised the official was right there, but I mean, you can tell Fremont definitely wanted the push in the back.
Man, he should have got it. You could see it all the way from up here. But a break for Brighton. Let's see what they do. Down to 3:40 left in the fourth. Sammy Smith, McCall Christensen, skip pass over to Lindsey Johnson. She'll take it inside, too hard, rebounds brought out of there by Johnson, but they'll say it's a jump ball, possession arrow on Brighton. So Brighton's been able to run off about 35, 40 seconds here on this possession.
So with a couple of hustle plays, which is, you know, some of those things that don't show up in the box score but help your team win a game.
Hershey stopped by tipping, back out to Barton. Working on Mullen, puts it up. Off the mark, back to Barton. Puts up another shot. No foul calling, but the offensive rebound by Brighton. A lot of contact inside. And now there's a collision, and they're going to be a foul called on Harley Hansen for Fremont, and that is the 15th foul on Fremont, so they've still got a couple to go before Brighton shoots free throws here. For Harley Hansen, that's number 2. A lot of action without any whistles here in the last minute and a half.
Guess they're going to let them play.
Almost a backcourt violation. Her toe was right near the half-court stripe. Under 3 to play, 6-point lead for Brighton. Underneath to McCall Christensen, she puts it up, and a foul is called on Riley Thompson. They've done that a couple of times tonight, the high-low pass, and it's worked, and it's got Fremont into foul trouble.
Yeah, and it's getting McCall Christensen and Danny Barton underneath the basket just kind of standing there saying, hey, I'm wide open here. Interesting move. Fremont's been bringing Shelby Mullen out on defense and then getting her back in immediately on offense, so playing a little offense-defense switch there.
In and out for Christensen. That's the 4th foul on Riley Thompson. So if you're looking ahead to see if this goes into overtime, that would be a big problem for the inside post play for Fremont. Big free throw miss there by Christensen. She got another one coming. She misses both, and what a break for Fremont. But Danny Barton wrestles the rebound away, and it goes out of bounds off of Barton. Tell you what, these ladies are tough. Here we go, 2:40 remaining. 5A championship game. Shelby Mullen, defending champ Fremont, down by 6. Now they're down by 3. Shelby got it. She has 20. Stolen away by Hansen. She puts it up, and she misses the layup. She misses the layup, and it's still a 3-point game. Oh, that was big. Timeout on the floor. 2:11 left. It's a 3-point game. Brighton over Fremont here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read up on prep sports. Online at DesNews.com. Deseret News, now you know.
2:11 left here in the fourth quarter, 5A championship game. Fremont, defending champs, trailing Brighton 43-40. And Ryan, some fast and furious action in the last 2 minutes.
It's fast and furious, and this whole game's been like that from the start. So I wouldn't expect anything else in the last 2:11. Great job by Brighton on that missed layup by Graves of not fouling, because a foul there could have potentially made it an and one situation. But Brighton here with the ball and has the 3-point lead.
Ball stolen away on the inbounds pass and then stolen back by Hershey. Almost disaster for the Bengals. Danny Barton has it knocked away by Harley Hansen, and she saves it from going out of bounds. 2 minutes left, and now they can tie with a 3. She almost carried the ball there.
This crowd's probably about 2/3 Fremont, and so this place goes nuts when Fremont makes a good play.
Tipping with the basketball to Melanie Graves. We got a timeout, Fremont. 1:42 left. Bengals on top of the Silverwolves, 43-40. On KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Visit RPTOnline.com. Advanced personalized care to get you back to work and play fast. Download the UHSAA mobile app for easy access to the UHSAA and all of its information. Available for iPhone and Android.
When Fremont was down 10 heading in the fourth quarter, Ryan, you knew that the defending champs would make a run, and here it is. They're down 3 with 1:42 left, and they've got the basketball. Harley Hansen to trigger the inbounds pass. They scissor off the screens. Mullen has it. No shot available, so she brings it back out top. Nice defense by Lindsey Johnson. She is hounding Mullen right now. She does not want Shelby to have a good look at a 3. Here comes the screen. Double screen for Mullen. 3 ball, in and out, and rebound Danny Barton.
You just tell the whole Fremont crowd willing that ball to go in.
McCall Christensen wide open down on the other end. They didn't see her till late. So Lindsey Johnson has it. Up 3, 1:14 left. Johnson underneath. McCall Christensen, count it! McCall Christensen, what a game she's having. She has 12. It's a 5-point lead, a minute left. Timeout, Fremont. 51.4 seconds left. Bengals on top of the defending champs by 5 here on KSL and DeseretNews.com.
Intense competition requires serious recovery, and chocolate milk has what it takes to help you recover and perform your best. Chocolate milk from the dairy farmers of Utah. At Les Schwab Tires, they're more than just a tire store. They also offer alignment, shocks, brakes, and batteries. Back with their promise, if we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. The Deseret News sponsors the team trophies for all UHSAA championships. The Deseret News Awards presentation will be held immediately following the game. Fans, we ask that you please remain in the
All right, here we go. The final 51.4 seconds of this 5A championship game, at least in regulation. Fremont in white with the basketball. The defending champs trailing Brighton 45-40. Tipping with the basketball. Harley Hansen for 3. Air ball off of Shelby Mullen. Brighton basketball. So Ryan, is now the time you got to foul if you don't get a steal right away?
Yeah, you got to go for the quick steal and then foul. Maybe if you feel like you got the right foul shooter, maybe foul immediately.
like that, Danny Barton. Now, Danny, she missed 3 of her first foul shots, but since then, here in the second half, she's 4 for 4 here in the second half. So it's not when it's when you miss them and when you make them.
Yep.
So big free throws coming up for Danny Barton. That's the 4th foul on Shelby, by the way. She makes the first one. Oh, that was big. That was big. 2-possession game now with 2 threes to tie it. Make this one, and it will be difficult for Fremont to come back. Oh, she does. Danny Barton, 6 of 6 here from the foul line in the second half. Melanie Graves, Harley Hansen. Back to Graves, she'll spot for 3. That's short. Fight for the rebound. Riley Thompson can't get the layup to fall. Tipping has it. She can't get it to drop. Thompson, and we're going to have a tie-up or a jump ball or a foul. And they say that McCall Christensen on the foul looks like she just had her hand caught in a cookie jar and couldn't get it out.
One of those situations you probably could have gotten 2 or 3 different people with the foul.
7-point lead, 26 seconds left. Desperation, big time. Harley Hansen 3-ball off the mark. And Hershey with another rebound. And Hershey's fouled by Shelby Mullen. And Shelby Mullen's career just came to an end with her 5th personal foul. But what a career it has been for Shelby Mullen. Shelby Mullen, what a career for her. She'll play her college ball at BYU. And there you see the coach, Dellenbout, go over and console her. Hershey has 2 free throws. She makes the first. Brighton is going to pull off the upset. She makes both free throws. She has 8. The lead is 9. 15 seconds before Brighton can celebrate a 5A championship. Higley, no. Rebound Sammy Smith, and that should do it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and there it is, the Brighton Bengals, your 5A state champions. Ryan, what an effort by the Brighton Bengals. Shelby Mullen got her 20 points, but what a team effort led by Lindsey Johnson, 11, McCall Christensen, 12, Danny Barton, 10. Team effort got this win tonight for the Brighton Bengals.
Especially defensively, but yeah, you take a look at a little bit of everybody got involved, and you know, when you have a whole team gets involved in the game, it gets very hard to beat them, especially a good team like Fremont, who tonight got 20 points or so from Shelby Mullen, but the rest of everybody else was really just kind of shut down. And when you have one player have half your points but nobody else steps up, it's a hard thing to win a game. But that Brighton zone just kind of slowed down Fremont all night long.
All right, congratulations to Fremont. They were not able to win back-to-back titles, but what a year they've had, what a career they've had for that senior class. Hey, Harley Hansen and Shelby Mullen, they go out winners, even though it doesn't show it on the scoreboard today. But for the Brighton Bengals, let the celebration begin. They are your 5A champs in girls high school basketball here in Taylorsville, Utah. Reminder, coming up on Monday from Weber State, we have the 4A and 5A boys. We also have the 3A and the 1A and 2A boys right here on KSL and DeseretNews.com. So we have more basketball streaming live here, and we'll have it all for you next week, beginning on Monday morning. So Ryan Pickens, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely, and congratulations first to the 4A champs. Who won the 4A champs? Skyview. I almost forgot. The Skyview Bobcats capping off a perfect season, 25-0. And now the Brighton Bengals, your 5A champs, they celebrate on the basketball floor here at Salt Lake Community College. So I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we will see you once again for the boys tournament starting on Monday morning. For now, for all of our crew here, we say good afternoon and have a great weekend, everybody.